Hi, good morning, everybody. It's Thursday, April 16th, and I hope everybody's doing well. I really can't believe that we've all been quarantined for over a month now. Things are kind of crazy here in the last week, which is why I sent that text out yesterday. I felt really bad about missing last week, but I'm not used to having my husband home, and our schedules get really wonky and flipped, and we're trying to finish up some projects here because he works like usually 5 or 6 days a week doing really heavy manual labor, so he has no time for projects on the weekend, so he's like gung-ho about it. And with the two kids, 3 and 5, home, it's been just a little bit crazy to try to find the time, but it is a priority for me. So I did find the time, and I want to start our upper body workout today. So all the time, how the YouTube videos go, I want you to do that chair stretching prior to doing the next strength video, because the stretching just loosens up the limbs. It gets everybody nice and warm. It gets your breathing in sync with your movement, and it's just a really good way to move through the workout. So like I said on yesterday's text, today's we're going to focus on upper body and core. So you need the red bands and 2 sets of cans or a water bottle. I have my bands here, and I think I have my red pinto bean cans here from ShopRite. So I'm glad we can still get all these things at our store. So it's just really helpful for when we do the movements and the exercises. So what I'm gonna ask you to do is you're gonna place, let me move my stool back a little bit. I wanna make sure you can see my feet. So I'm going to hold you accountable that you've already done your chair stretching video. And I want you to place the cans down on either side of your feet. So we're going to start with a nice inhale. We're going to bring both our arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to reach forward, down, and touch those cans. Then we're going to drop our heads down and slowly roll up. Take a nice breath in. Bring the arms up, and we're going to exhale, hinge at the hips, abs in, and reach down towards those cans. Drop the head and shoulders, slowly roll up, coming up one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reaching the arms up, and exhale, hinging forward, touching those cans. Hanging the head, slowly roll up. And rest. So I'll meet you at the top. We're going to take our shoulders up by our ears, down and back. Just a couple of times, just to kind of get our shoulders ready. And then we're going to reverse. So we're going to scoop from the back, up by our ears and down. Link movement and breath. So nice slow inhales and exhales. Now we're going to bring our arms up, and I want to start little circles. So we're going to take our arms forward. We're going to go 10 times. 9, 8. Just, getting all that movement. And you can make your shoulder circles as tight or big as feels comfortable. That's it. So 4 more. 3. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, chest up, abs are in. And now reverse those circles. So we're going to go back for 10, 9, 8. Try to relax your neck muscles, your jaw muscles. That's it. Keep those arms straight. And we're going back for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms down. And then we're just going to circle our right arm back. And I want you to follow that arm with your eyes. And then the left arm. So you want to be in a chair that doesn't have the armrest, because that will limit your motion. So if you can have a kitchen chair, not a captain's chair, that works out really well. I'm using a piano bench, just so we can have that movement to the side. So while we're doing these back strokes, you're using your abs to do this rotation. So really keeping your chest up and drawing your belly button into your back, you're going to feel that twisting motion. And now instead of the backstroke, let's do the forward crawl. So we're going to come from the back and go to the front. And the same thing, we're going to look back at our hand each time. So you really can't do these fast. And you're bringing that water under your arms. So you're making your arms really resistant to that movement. And then again, sitting up nice and tall and working all that rotation in. We're getting our core activated. And it's being used. I mean, I feel mine, so I'm hoping that you feel yours too. 2, and last one, and 1. Perfect. So now we're going to grab these cans, and we're going to open up our legs a little wide and scooch to the end of your chair. We're going to keep our arms straight down. When you come up, I want you to bring the cans right underneath your chin so that your elbows come a little bit higher than your shoulders, but not too high. And then as you press down, it's like you're pushing against that resistance. So you should feel your upper back and shoulder blades on the down. So on the lift up, you're coming up like your elbows are on strings. So you're going to bring the cans right under your chin, and then we're pressing down, nice and straight and strong. Good. Again, we're coming up, pull those elbows up like they have little strings, and then pressing down pretty forcefully. You can even push the cans or the water bottles, whatever you're holding, against each other. You're going to feel your back muscles. Yep. So we're coming up. So the more activation and the more intention we can put into the movement, the more you're working. The harder you're working, the smarter you're working. Gosh, I really miss having everybody in class. The hardest thing about the quarantine is that loss of neighbor and friend and family member and community. We can do all these things on social media, but it's just not the same. So we're coming up, elbows nice and high, and pressing down. My dog might come and visit us. I have my husband watching the kids, but Luce makes his way out. He's a little sneaky. But he's okay. He's going to lay on his bed in the corner. So the kids probably tuckered him out in the family room. Okay, last one. And we're pushing down. Excellent, guys. Now we're going to bring the legs back together. And I just want you to lean forward like you're folding over your legs. So if you could see me from the side, my back is nice and flat, right? I'm not like rounded and hunched and kind of let everything go. You want to keep your chest up, keep your back nice and flat. And the arms are going to come out to the side at the same time. We're going to hold our arms and then come back down again. So I just want you to drop your gaze about 1.5 feet from your toes. That's going to keep your neck in a nice line. So we're moving again very slow, lots of intention here. At the top, I want you to hold like a 1/1000. Stretching your arms out to the side. Coming up, hold, and then back down. So your abs are also working on this. You're drawing your belly button into your spine, keeping your back nice and straight. All your postural muscles are working. So this little lean forward is very good for strengthening lower back. All those muscles around your vertebrae. Good, so let's go 4 more. Nice and slow. And now if you have a light weight at home, like you want to use 2s or 3s, if you have the dumbbells, you can go right ahead, but I'll tell you what, I mean, my arms are already burning using these little 1-pound cans of beans. Because when you do it right and you set that intention, you can give your body plenty of resistance. Last one. Good. Now we're going to come up, and I want everybody just to lift up the left leg. So we're just kind of hovering it over the floor, keeping your chest up and abs in. We're going to bring our arms out to the side, and then back down again, keeping that leg in the air. So just lifting that leg, pretending like your knee is being held with a string. And then we're picking our arms up parallel with the floor, kind of forming a T with our body. almost like if your elbows were on strings, right? So those little 1 pound cans, we're not gripping them like a death grip, we're just holding them gently in our hand. So you should start feeling that left thigh a little bit, but more than anything, you're feeling the core. Good, so we're gonna do 5 more. Make sure nice deep breathing is going on. Good, that leg is up, it should be burning, your abs are working, holding the leg up. I know I said upper body and core focus, you know, they get a little bit of legs in there. Hope everybody's enjoying the videos, keeping healthy and active. Last one. Good, and rest. And then we're gonna lift up the right leg. So again, if you just need to reposition for a second, we're gonna lift up that right leg. And now, keeping the wrists facing back and the tops of the hands facing up, we're gonna lift our arms straight up in front of us. We're gonna press them out to the side and down. So the wrists face behind us. So there's just that little rotation for the shoulder when we come up. Arms out to the side and down. So just all this continued movement is gonna give our muscles in our upper body a lot of work. So tomorrow, if you're feeling a little bit sore, that's why. Again, try not to use the back of your chair on this. You know, we're getting a lot of our core just by sitting up tall, by holding that leg up in the air, by drawing our belly buttons into our back. So we're lifting up. Got about 4 more here, and everybody should be feeling something. 3. Everybody's doing great. 2. Excellent. And last one. Awesome. Perfect. So now, I want everybody to lean forward, and you're going to let your arms come so your wrists are facing up, and you're going to come down, hinging forward so that your elbows are resting against your knees. So it almost provides like a little lever. So let me show you from the side. So we're leaning forward, elbows rest on the knees, and we're gonna do our bicep curls. So my bench is a little high, so I'm on my tippy toes, but you can be with your feet flat. Maybe your seat is a little lower to the ground. So we're gonna come up, we're squeezing our biceps, bringing our wrists towards our shoulders, and then nice and slow on the way down. Extend the arms all the way down, and then back up. So you wanna do that little hold at the bottom. I'm moving nice and slow. Please don't move fast because you're gonna lose all that squeezing and that negative resistance on the way down. We need that. That's helping build our muscles. Nice and slow, squeezing up, wrists coming towards the shoulders. And then nice and slow on the way down. Good, again, we're squeezing up. And then nice and slow on the way down. So we're gonna do 5 more. And then I'm looking to the side, so my neck is starting to bother me a little bit. So that's why I'm just looking away right now. But again, you don't wanna forget about your abs. Keep your belly button drawn in. Keep your chest up, your chin up. You know, you should be feeling your biceps by now. All that squeezing coming up. That slow lowering back down. That little pause at the bottom. All of that is really, really important in executing the exercise. You're in charge of your body, so you don't want to cheat it. Okay, last one. And nice and slow on the way down. Awesome. So now we're gonna sit back up again just to kind of let our backs get a little bit of a break. And then we're still holding the cans. So I'm gonna show you from the side. I want everybody to lean back a little bit. You're gonna bring your arm arms in front of you. You're gonna slightly let the elbows bend so that the arms are not completely straight, they're slightly bent. And I want you to pretend like you have two magnets on the insides of your elbows and the crook of your elbow. So you're coming out, leaning back, till you feel your abs shaking, and then you're gonna bring those elbows magnetized back together, but keeping the chest up, you're squeezing. Okay, so leaning back, abs are activated, allowing the arms to come out to the side, everything's shaking, then you're squeezing those arms like they're being magnetized, drawn back together, right on the insides of those elbows. The chest is up, so when you squeeze the chest, you really feel those pectoral muscles working. Out to the side, and then squeeze back up again. Everybody's doing great. Coming out to the side. Just that nice, slow, meaningful work. We're halfway there. Wow. See, did you miss me? Working hard. We're working hard, everybody. I miss you guys. Out to the side. And then squeeze back together. Really activate those muscles. I'm telling you, I am feeling it, so I hope you are too. Out to the side. Who knew 2 cans or 2 water bottles could feel so heavy? The abs are working. If you need to take a break when we're doing this because your form is off, that's okay. Just press pause. You take your break. It's more important that you do everything correctly. And last one. And back together. Good. Excellent, everybody. And rest. Shake out those shoulders. Okay, so now we're going to do the back of the arm, or tricep. So I'm going to have everybody start with the right arm up in the air. We're going to just let that can shade the back of our heads. And then we're going to bring that arm back up again. Squeezing our bones at the top. So keeping the chin up, chest up, abs are in. We're just shaving the back of the head, and we're coming back up again. So we got the back of the arms working, our tricep. Same thing like our bicep. You don't want to go too fast. We get the exercise coming and going. So with all that intention, it's a nice squeeze at the top. And we should be about halfway there on the right. How slow I want you to go. And one more time, I'm just going to shut my humidifier off because I feel like that then you can't hear me. Well, that's probably better. I'm sorry about that. I didn't even realize it kicked on. Now the same thing on the left side. So we're just going to keep that left arm straight up. Let it just shave the back of the head so the armpit is open. And then a squeeze at the top. 10. Nice and slow, bending the arm. Let the can kind of pull you down. And then you're resisting as you press up. You're squeezing the bones with the muscles at the top. So you make your squeeze nice and tight. You're going to feel those 3 muscles in the back of the arms working for that extension. Again, if the shoulder motion is too much for you, this range, you can always do the same thing right in front of your face. Holding the arm up. You know, we make all these modifications in class. So there's nothing wrong with letting it just drop in front. It's just about keeping it up from the shoulder. And you're going to feel, I promise, you'll feel that tricep working. You don't have to go behind your head. If your shoulder says no, you listen to it. That's it. But through all the stretching and range of motion exercises we do and these strengthening exercises, you're definitely going to feel better than doing nothing. That's for sure. And I think I lost count, but I think this is the last one. Excellent. And rest. Perfect. And then I want to do another exercise where we're leaning forward. Now, instead of coming out to a T, I want to make a Y with our bodies. So the arms don't come straight in front of you. They kind of go out like a Y. So we're leaning forward, get to the end of that chair, draw the belly button in, get into that little forward lean, and then the arms are stretching out. At the top, we're going to hold, and then back again. So you should feel those postural muscles of your core and your back kick on, especially the further you reach forward. Okay, the further you reach forward, like somebody is grabbing your wrists as your arms reach up and pulling you a little further forward. Abs are strong. Shoot your butt back. So you're really grounding your sitting bones into the chair, really reaching forward at the same time. Your abs should be really feeling it, especially as you rise your arms up to the top, as well as your back muscles. That's it. Good. Inhale, exhale. Don't stop breathing. We need to keep breathing. That's it. 3 more. Two. And last one. And rest. And then come on up again. So now this is why having no arms on the chair are good. So we're going to raise our right arm is just going to kind of rest on the right knee. And I'm sorry, the right arm is down by the side. The left arm is resting on the left knee. And we're going to lift that left arm forward as we lift that right arm out to the side. Okay, so by doing this, we're working our shoulders in the front and the side part of the shoulders, the medial. Lateral raise and a front raise. We got this. Good, so keeping the chest up, jaw relaxed. Relax your neck muscles, keep your shoulders down and back. The chest is up, the abs are in. Those arms don't have to come up any higher than your shoulder. That little pause at the top, that seals the deal. You should feel your shoulders now. Let's do 4 more. Good. 3. It's a beautiful morning. The sun is out. It's a little cool, but that's okay with me. I don't want to rush into sweltering heat. And last one. And rest. So we're going to switch sides. So that right hand is resting right on the right knee. Left arm is down to the side. We're going to just lift up our arms so that they're about parallel with the floor and then back down. So when lifting the arms, remember a little hold at the top, but you don't want to be rounding the shoulders. You want to keep the chest up. Those back shoulders, hug them into your shoulder blades. Keep your belly button drawn in. You're using your core. Keep this posture while we're working the shoulders. I mean, my arms are burning now. I mean, we've been doing this for about 20 minutes. And with these little 1-pound can weights, it's a workout. So that's it. We don't need fancy gym equipment. We can make it all work. No excuses. In the future, when stores open and you want to get a couple of sets of dumbbells, like 3s or sets of 5s. You can use those. That's just a nice tall posture. Abs are in, that'll do it. That'll do it every time. 2. And last one. Awesome, everybody. Okay, so let's get rid of the cans and we're gonna swap them out for the bands. So go ahead and grab those red bands. And we've got some rows. So we're gonna wrap the band around our right leg. So I want you to hold both of the bands in the right hand. I'm gonna have you swing that left leg out to the side.